My hands were shaking so badly I could barely hold the phone. My whole body felt cold, and a thin layer of sweat had formed on my forehead. My heart was pounding so hard I could hear it in my ears. I finally managed to call my dad. The second he picked up, I said with a shaky voice, "Dad, his name isn't Ethan." I could barely breathe. His real name is Alexander Voss. He was an IT student here. He got expelled 3 years ago. There was complete silence on the other end. Then my dad's tone changed completely. It wasn't calm anymore. It became serious, cold, worried. "Lena, where are you right now?" "I'm at the university, in Sarah's office." He didn't even pause. "Don't go home. Don't contact Ethan. Come straight to me, right now." I swallowed hard and asked, my voice barely steady, "Dad, do you know him?" The line went silent again, this time for longer. When he finally spoke, his voice was low and controlled, like he was trying not to lose it. "Lena, just get here as fast as you can." The call ended. I was still holding the phone to my ear, completely frozen. I couldn't bring myself to lower it. For the first time, I was actually scared. I went straight to my dad's house. The second I opened the door, I froze. My dad, who was usually so calm and put together, looked completely exhausted. I'd never seen him like that before. Without saying a word, he opened his laptop and showed me an old photo. It was a family, a father, a mother, and a teenage boy. It was Ethan, just much younger. My dad spoke in a tired, heavy voice. "His parents were arrested years ago in a major espionage case. I was part of the team that handled the investigation." For a few seconds, I couldn't say anything. I just stared at the photo. Then I asked, my voice barely steady, "So, he came after me for revenge?" My dad didn't answer. He just kept looking at the photo. His silence said everything. After a moment, he spoke again, this time more carefully, like he was choosing his words. "Lena, I'm afraid it's bigger than that. He's been into my laptop too. This isn't just about you." That sentence hit me like a punch to the chest. I stood there in silence, staring at the photo. It was just a normal family picture. A teenage boy with a regular smile. And then it all hit me at once. All those nights he slept next to me. All those kisses, all the times he told me he loved me. All those moments when he said I was the first person who ever truly trusted him. They were all part of a plan. A calculated plan to get close to my father. For the first time, it wasn't just my heart that broke. Something deeper inside me broke too. I left my dad's house while my mind was still stuck on everything he had said. My hands felt cold and numb on the steering wheel. My phone rang a few times. It was Ethan. I didn't even look at the screen. I just turned it off and tossed it onto the passenger seat. There was only one place I could go. When I got to Claire's house, I sat in the car for a few seconds, staring at the front door. My hands were still shaking. I took a deep breath and got out. She opened the door with her usual calm smile. "Lena, what's going on, sweetheart?" I couldn't answer. I just walked straight inside. My legs felt heavy and my hands wouldn't stop trembling. Claire closed the door and followed me. She was pouring tea when she noticed how I looked. "Lena, what happened?" You're really pale." My voice came out rough and shaky. "Claire, I need you to listen to something. Just tell me if you recognize this voice." Took out the old phone I had found in the storage unit and called the only number saved in it. For a few seconds, the house was completely silent. Then, a phone started ringing loudly from one of the kitchen drawers. I froze. Claire didn't move, not even an inch. She didn't look surprised. She didn't say anything. She just stood there, staring at me. I was still holding the phone in my hand. Slowly, I turned my head and looked at her. In that moment, something inside me broke. I couldn't breathe. Without saying a single word, I turned around and walked toward the door. My hand was shaking so badly I could barely turn the handle. I heard Claire's voice from behind me, "Lena," but I didn't stop. I opened the door and ran outside. My legs were moving on their own. My heart was pounding so hard it hurt. I just kept running. I didn't look back. When I left Claire's house, I really didn't know where to go. The only place that came to mind was my dad's house. The closer I got, the weirder I felt. It was like the air had gotten heavier. When I turned the corner and saw the house, I suddenly pulled over to the side of the street. There were several black SUVs with flashing lights parked in front of the house. FBI vehicles. A few agents were walking my dad out the front door, his hands cuffed behind his back. For a second, I completely froze. Then, without even parking the car properly, I opened the door and ran toward him. "Dad!" My voice came out so loud and broken that I didn't even recognize it. My dad turned his head. For a few seconds, our eyes met. His face looked tired, but his eyes still had that same calm, steady look, like even in that moment, he was trying to stay strong for me. One of the agents quickly stepped in front of me, grabbed my arm, and pulled me back. I tried to push forward, but my legs felt weak. My dad only had time to say one thing. His voice was calm, but firm. "Lena, don't trust any of them." They put him in the back of one of the SUVs and shut the door. I just stood there in the middle of the street, watching as the cars drove away one by one. I didn't feel anything. I wasn't cold. I wasn't scared. I just stood there, staring at the empty street. For the first time in my life, I felt completely alone.